Well, I'm back with all black fans. Give me all my haters and my fans. Now it's 14, get in the van. I don't care what you say. Here we come back again. Never want to know who was gonna win. I got this full of brooms, but you don't know who's on mushrooms. And
Get it going. Now we flowing. I'm like off the beat, off the timer. I don't care. You be knowing. It's okay. If that's what you want to say, I do me, baby. Every day.
sweet. Awesome. And we are back in the house. And we're back in the house. Got to rock it out again.
There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was listening. There's some hoes in this house. Sweet. We're gonna run this out.
Line in the truth.
Line of truth. This is episode 9. Here we go.
I don't even know, man. I can't count that.
Season 3, episode 9. Let's start this off with some.
There's a knot on here and it's driving me crazy.
Oh,
I'm gonna try to leave it alone, but it's driving me crazy.
It could be something good, but it's not.
I'm almost ready to unplug it.
Yeah, you might have to. You unplug it. You can hear me, still hear me without the headphones on.
All right, good, because I have to do this.
I saw, I looked on the news not news, I guess it wouldn't be considered news, but I guess culture information. I don't know what the fuck these people are, huh? But Paris Hilton, she was recalling how painful it was when her videotape came out, her porno. You know, she felt shame over her tape. Yeah, and see me, I feel like when Kim Kardashian came out with her tape and they became a billionaire, the shame is out, right? It's done. Unless, you know, some weird shit like you got fucked by a fish or, you know.
A unicorn.
Unicorn.
No.
But if you got fucked by a unicorn.
Yeah, that'd be like headline.
Shit, you know.
Headline news.
Fucking Sasquatch in the corner, fucking beating off. Nobody believe that.
Corona.
We're all gonna die. It was the same thing. In that time period where I saw another thing, Salma Hayek. You see the pictures I shared with you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
I laugh at when women show pictures of themselves. Like, we know she was hot 20 years ago. That's why we follow her now, even though she is, you know, 57 or whatever it might be. You know what I mean?
What, you don't think she's hot now?
Oh no, she's still hot now.
Okay.
But she's showing pictures like sometimes a girl on Facebook will show a picture. I haven't been on Facebook years. Back in the day, be showing pictures instead of the picture who she is now. Her profile picture is 10 years old. And then, you know, 25 to 35 and 35 to 45, those are big jumps. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So this is kind of like, she's just like, 20 years old, these pictures. Like,
so are you saying she's just trying to like putting it in your face like, ha?
No, it was just showing the now picture. We're good with that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, fucking crazy. I'm not going to jump right in this fucking one right here. But we were talking the other day about there's that planet. You seen the red there? Proxima Centauri. It's the closest star to Earth that's, you know, that has that's like close like us, as a sun like us, and it's like a planet that's close to us, but you know, it's like way fucking far away.
I mean, I haven't heard of it, but I've heard other, you know, topics on it and like other planets that have been discovered, but this one apparently is the closest.
Yeah. Well, to get there, it'd be impossible for us to physically get there, right? Right. But because they're trying to like use that the Neuralink, you know, so to tie to your brain, you know, a little digital fucking thing that Tesla's making, you know, and they can read your brain, read your thoughts. They're trying to download your consciousness, trying to, you know, turn your brain, see if they can turn a person's consciousness into a digital form. Mm-hmm. Then that digital form, they could shoot you the speed of light.
So they're talking about sending androids.
Well, they can load that android up with your consciousness, digitalize you, you know, ones and zeros, and then send that android over there. And then when you get there, basically, you
Clone you.
Yeah, then clone you over there, then re-put the information through your Neuralink, and then that's the only way you're going to get there because we're too old. It would take too long for us to get there. The speed of light would destroy our body. There's no physical way. Even like that one movie where they're passengers, they have to go in like sleep mode. But that'd be like 1,000 years later. So you show up, and the civilization they have is not really the civilization that they had. You'll never know. You know, who knows? You might what they're
so
doing.
Even them doing this, they wouldn't know any information, or they wouldn't. They're just doing this, and they'll be like, "See ya." Like there's really no information gathering by doing that.
By sending them out?
Yeah.
Everything is an information gathering. You know
well,
what I
mean, but you're saying that it's so far away that by the time they got there and everything, you know, that's the reason why you have to do that in the first place.
They couldn't send information back.
Exactly.
Because our society is so far back, so our society be done for. Like
exactly, that's what I'm getting.
So the only way you can do it, but if you perhaps digitize it, then you can find some kind of fucking particle gravity bender fucking, slingshot, and then perhaps then you can send information to light years away. If it's digitized, like the speed of light. So instead of, it could take a year, but then get the year back.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, man. But that's another thing with the Neuralink. They're saying they'll be able to read your thoughts. And if they read your thoughts, then everybody will be the most honest. They couldn't lie. They couldn't, tell lies to each other. I think that's kind of a key element to things.
Yeah, you were talking about the other day.
Yeah, sometimes the waiter might not be the best waiter. Is that everything good? You're not gonna always complain. You're not gonna be the fucking guy who's like, well, actually, I waited really long for my soda. You're like, oh, cool. Check us out. Your next soda, my balls aren't gonna be in it, but I'll definitely get you a bunch of it. You know what I mean? So sometimes you do.
I'll
lie.
volunteer.
Yeah. The wife, dresses up. She would ask, how do I look? I dare you to say anything else but good. You know what I mean? And you say, yeah. How about this? Say, hey, answer with, do you have anything else?
Oh my god.
You don't do that fucking shit.
Wow.
Or I was saying, if you were it goes with your job, right? So if you were trying to sign artists, you might think this person is good at their genre, but you might not like country or rap or pop music. But this person is going to make money, right? Because that's your job, to sign people who are going to make money. Not necessarily going to sign everything you like, Not everybody's going to sign these, independent bands. Sometimes you have to get these, let's see here. Sweet.
Yeah.
It sounded all weird, didn't it? I don't know. All of a sudden it got dead. But, so you have to tell them how much you love them and how much you like them. So there's a little bit of lying in life, and that's good. But if someone could read your thoughts, be like, shit, you don't even like me. You hate my music. You're just trying to make money off me. Like, yeah, motherfuckers, we're all making money off each other.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Women faking it. Women can never fake it again. Like, no, I see in your brain, no, I see you're saying hurry up. You're saying Hallmark is going to start another 5 minutes. A good thing this is only taking 2,
That's fucking funny.
Shit. Yeah. Swear. Yeah, sometimes you have to do that. Lying is part of life. Not being have to be a dishonest or,
I'm over here trying to think, let's see, how much do I lie? You're right. You don't really say things like yeah.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Yeah. But, it's not malicious lies, I don't think. But you're right. There's those lies that kind of just smooth everything over.
Here,
right?
I'll give you a situation, okay? We're going to role play, okay?
Okay.
You ready? You're in a car, ready? And I'm coming up, ready? Excuse me. I saw you were speeding there. Can I have your license and registration?
I wasn't speeding.
No. Get out of the car, sir. Okay, so.
I wasn't speeding. What are you talking about?
Yeah. This is when getting real went wrong. Okay, so the proper thing would be like, Oh, I'm sorry, officer. Let me get my license and registration, please. You get it. But really, they just read your Neuralink. You weren't sorry, in your mind, But you gotta tell the officer, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to take your time up from the real crime out there. I apologize. Hate to interfere with your day, sir. You know what I mean? I don't mean that shit. I mean, like, come on.
I get it.
I'm driving a Volvo. What do you think I'm doing? You know what I mean? Not that I have one, but you know what I mean? Fuck. You go down on some shit sometimes. Also, I was hearing some people talk about permanent record. Like digitally. Like every time we do a podcast and do something, we're on permanent record. And this is all satire, some of it might be totally honest. Some of it might be totally bullshit, you know what I mean? But it's entertainment, but it is whatever you think it is. I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Read the warning.
You know that there is like Photoshop for vocals.
Oh yeah, you can just chop up individual words.
Sounds, everything, and then you retype it up, and whatever you type, you could basically be like typing a sentence like, hello, my name's whatever, and like any other voice pattern.
Yeah.
Like my voice, your voice. So there could be audio out there.
You
whatever. Saying things, yeah. And then you could be taking this video, and then you could chop it up and edit it in ways of making it sound like you're saying something completely different.
Yeah, right wing, left wing, transgender phobia, homophobic, whatever it is, which they don't know that you used to be a girl and I used to be a guy. So
you used to be a guy?
Oops. Did I say that out loud? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. But permanent record, we say shit like that, you know what I mean? And then, you see the next headline, someone takes a little video clip. Here's Reuben saying he used to be a guy, which means he's a girl or whatever they fucking mean, but it's a permanent record. Or if there's something like we take a stance on, say, anything, I'm pro-abortion. And then in 5 years later, I changed my view, and then I'm, anti-abortion kind of guy.
Yeah, I think I saw somewhere once.
I heard what you said.
Yeah, like, what was it? Text? Like you're going to read it back in a courtroom?
Oh, that's, yeah. Well, that goes with your ex. Like, if you ever have any kind of situation like that, for sure. But, like, always, if you're going to text an ex or, somebody you're getting a divorce, whenever you say something, make sure that you said, she's going to read it. And this is when he said, hey, cunt, I don't give a fuck about you or any of the clothes. Just don't act like and this is when he spelled C-U-N-T.
All caps.
Yeah, all caps. And then he made a fucking Pete symbol. Yeah, then emoji throwing up. I never did any of that. I'm just saying that would be a terrible thing to do. You know what I mean? But that's your permanent record. Sometimes you grow, and even politicians, it was a big thing back in the day, flip-flop. Oh my God, this person was like, Hillary Clinton or Obama. They were against gay marriage.
Waffling.
Now they're for gay marriage. Like, oh my God, you know what happened? They probably talk to people. And that's what happens. When you meet people, you're like, oh my God. Like I said, I didn't know anything about transgender.
Why are you looking at me?
But I'm just saying, in general, you know what I mean? Like, and when you start to meet people, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know anything about Mormons, you know what I mean? Or Scientology, you know what I mean? Like, whatever you want to call it.
I should still trip out on the, planets. No, hold on, they all get planets.
Yeah. The more kids you have, the more planets you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's why they have a lot of kids.
Oh, man.
Come on. You didn't read the book I gave you?
No.
Dude.
Oh, hell no.
Like I said, there's levels to this shit. So if you read the book, you can get to level 1.
I'm good.
Oh, dude.
I'm
you
good.
do not want to plant it, do you?
No.
That's fucking bullshit.
I just want to plant it.
You plant it out. Fucking A.
All right.
That's crazy. But yeah, so permanent record. Sometimes you got to grow. You know,
that's going to be used against me later, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Digital.
Yeah. But we're constantly under surveillance.
Oh, yeah.
You know? They want to get rid of the TikTok. They want to sell TikTok. Remember, I joke around in, they're saying, look, TikTok, the Chinese government, they're watching you. They're knowing everywhere place you go. They're using all the information that's in your phone, in the app, and then they know everything about you. And I already told you, I'm like, yeah, that was called Pokemon Go. You know, like
yeah, that's what I was thinking about the other day when I was driving. I'm all like, man, it's like, I just remember seeing these like videos or some stories about like kids trying to find Pokemon and then finding dead bodies in places where they
fell off a cliff. But also like,
well, it's not even that. It's just like people like find, if you're gonna get rid of a body, you're trying to find some hidden place no one's gonna go to.
Oh, then the people find it because of Pokemon Go.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit.
I found a dead body. Bonus points. Is this an Easter egg?
Oh my
you know?
God.
There's or like I said, the Pokemon Go. Man, there's a lot of Pokemon in front of City Hall. You know? Yeah. Why there's so many Pokemon around the power plant? You know?
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
I remember that. Hearing stories about that too.
Every time there's a Pokemon, first there's one in this corner of my room, and guess what? The next time there's one in that corner of my room, and I keep on going every corner of every room in my house. I found a Pokemon Go, and then it told me, yeah, you should go out in your backyard and find Pokemon Go.
Oh my God!
So then I analyzed my whole backyard. Guess what? In all 4 corners of my backyard, Pokemon Go. And then me and my mom got in my car and we drove around town. First, we went to the school. You know how many Pokemon Go there were at the school? Up and down the hallways, apparently, everywhere. It took me to these places. They were called electrical panels. There was Pokemon Go in front of the electrical panels.
Oh my God!
You know, like, give me a break. Like, people didn't realize you were walking around, taking pictures, acting like there was a monster on there. You're going around collecting them. Your family was driving you around town. How much more information do you want to give them? You don't need to do a TikTok dance in your house. You give them information.
Wow.
You Pokemon Go'd your fucking whole neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Fucking wow. It just blew your mind, bro. Fucking went deep, man.
Well, no, I was actually just thinking about that because of that one movie, The Social
Dilemma, bro.
The Social Dilemma.
They
And
are.
yeah, no, and exactly, and all it does is get better at doing what it's supposed to do.
Yep.
And whoever has control of that has control of a lot.
Yeah. And it said it finds. I won't get deep into this. I was going to talk to you before we brought it in, see if I should bring this up.
What's
okay?
up?
But this is how the AI works. Okay?
Yeah.
So I don't even know how. Okay? But you know how it was saying that in the Social Dilemma of the movie, they had the guy sit up and made his ex-girlfriend like see a picture of him and see him see a picture of her, and to go look at her Facebook and then started looking at pictures, and then all of a sudden to try to nothing's to make it seem like what you like, but they spend time to encourage interaction or spend time to keep you on the device. That's number one thing, is keep on the device. Yeah. So it will analyze statistically all the events, pictures, everything you've ever done, and then try to make a situation to stay on your phone, right?
Yeah.
So there was that one situation where it was a girl, he hit up a girl, then all of a sudden he's back on the phone again.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if you saw our page, but when I was like 24, I used to live with this girl, and we did not have a good breakup. We broke up. Don't talk to me. Fucking Utah. She's fucking Mormon, maybe, perhaps. Allegedly.
She's what? Fucking Mormon?
Allegedly. I'm not going to say that. Please don't sue me, anybody. But all of a sudden she's on our page and she found our podcast. Mm-hmm. She's like, so we made a bunch of comments. Oh, please, my friend, and blah, blah, blah. But I was like, I'll talk talk off air about the whole situation, but crazy. How did that person all of a sudden pop up? Look at it. Go ahead and that popped up on like our podcast page. Like, how did you even know about it? Like, not in our town.
Oh, I see. How did she know about it? Yeah. Unless she's stalking me.
No, but we're not friends anywhere. You mean and it was on where she hit it, Instagram. She hit us on Instagram on the Lion and the Truth Instagram page. You know what I mean? So like, how would you find it? She said she listened to a couple of them. How would you even find it? We're not that big. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We get like 10,000, 20,000 downloads.
Yeah, we're a big deal. We're a big deal.
But not like we're not a million. You know, we're gonna but still.
We're kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. I think so. But it's kind of crazy. Like I said, the AI. I think it's my point. It's not that person in that situation, but I guess it is that situation. I don't interact with that person. You know what I mean? So
and for them to be like,
the machine's like, hey, can I get them to get back how much? So it shoved her. It said, beep, beep, beep. This guy, Reuben is putting all this stuff online, our podcast. So now they see that I'm out there. So what they did was accidentally in your YouTube feed or your Instagram feed, how this they recommended me by fucking like lines, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. No, as far as like that goes, and as far as the information that we know about that, but we still use it and we still don't do it. That was because it was designed, again, the AI has been designed to do that.
There's the Matrix.
Yeah.
They tried to describe it like the Matrix, but the guy was standing up, a digital form.
Yeah.
It's them fucking little Matrix tubes,
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
We're in it.
Yeah.
We're under surveillance. We're always being watched. Fucking cameras and there's fucking drones. They're trying to change rules. I saw an ad the other day on TV. It was Devin Nunes. Please do not anybody. I got a couple other things. I gotta keep my phone out. Oh, no, I don't have it here. But Devin Nunes, man, he has an advertisement that shows cops getting attacked by people. It's like there's no real footage. I don't think. Maybe there is. I don't know. But anyways, cops getting attacked.
It's stock footage.
We do not agree with anybody getting hurt. Violence is no. Cops especially. Leave cops alone. We love our police officers. We love anybody who's positive in life. Positivity.
Hey, man, as soon as I see drama, I'm the other direction.
Yeah, we want no positivity in life. But so it's advertisement for this proposition because there's a new, it's voting's coming up, you know what I mean? So it said it's legal to attack a police officer. So make sure you vote for Proposition 20 so we can make it illegal to attack a cop. We do not want people to attack police officers. Yes, on Proposition 20. Like, no shit. Yeah, I agree. We do not want anybody to attack cops. I thought it was always illegal to attack cops. I got to look into that. So I looked into it. Well, Proposition 20 was actually called the DNA collection proposition. You know what I mean? So if you committed a misdemeanor, and they're going to go back to 2014. If you committed a misdemeanor, they're going to collect your DNA. So it can go like you're a shoplifter. If you made a stupid mistake, you're like, fuck, I'm going to steal this candy bar. Then all of a sudden, boom, they got a DNA sample of you with the government. You know what I mean? Talk about surveillance and watching you. Also, there's something called wobble law.
What's the wobble law?
So sometimes a person can do something dumb because we all make mistakes. Not me, Scout's honor, but some people make mistakes. You turn left on a red arrow. It said wait till green, and you make that left. You know what I mean? Like I never do that. Sometimes I do, all the time, never. But anyways, it could be a misdemeanor or a felony. The wobble law makes it mandatory to make it a misdemeanor.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Well, no, instead of a felony, because we do not want to make people felons.
Wait.
So, already back again. So it could be you break a law, and your punishment could either be a misdemeanor or a felony.
Okay.
The wobble law makes it so it has to be mandatory to be a misdemeanor. They don't let them push it to a felony.
Okay.
Because we don't want to make everybody a felon. We don't want to take everybody's right to vote away or hard to work. We don't want to put you in jail, make your family fall apart. That's not what we want to do. We want to give the proper punishments, make sure people are rehabilitated, keep people in a positive production, not put everybody in the privatized prisons, which is, when you get a felony, you're going to prison. You're getting, it's big time. So now that with Proposition 20, they're going to make it so you can make all these people felons instead of misdemeanor charges. So more people are going to become felons.
And that's the wobble.
The wobble thing. So right now, you have to make it a misdemeanor rather than a felony. You know what I mean? Because like I said,
they wanted to switch it.
They want to, yeah. So Devin Nunes, Trump supporter, he wants to make it, hey, no, we're going to make all these people fucking felons. We need to fill these prisons up. You know what I mean? Because it's $150,000, $175,000 per prisoner. So we get profit on them instead of making misdemeanors. And they're going to collect everybody's DNA, even if it's a fucking misdemeanor, something stupid. You know what I mean? So
no, that's a lot.
You're out in public. You get how about this? Open container. You're walking down the street, just in front of your street. Cop pulls you over, writes you a fucking ticket, get a misdemeanor. Then they have to take you in. They give you take a DNA sample.
Yeah, that sucks.
And then they clone you.
And then they clone you and shoot you to that other planet.
Yeah. Well, what they do is then they get your DNA sample, and then they start running every possible. They try. Well, if you committed a crime, that's what we want to get you. But still, they're like now they start running your DNA across the board. They put you in a DNA database, and they're trying to get you.
I'm already in the DNA database. I did that whole ancestry and 23.
Are you a reptilian person?
Am I what?
Reptile person.
What?
Reptile.
Am I a reptile?
Yeah.
No.
Reptilian.
No, I'm a Native American.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
67% Native American.
That's good. Good. Cha-ching.
No, that's such a lie, dude. That's such a lie.
Thank you for letting me be here.
That's such a lie. Actually, you need to prove, and only after you prove.
Can't shoot a bow.
No, I meant like lineage wise, you have to be connected to, and then even if you are connected to a tribe, it has to be a tribe that's making some kind of money, like, so like the Chukchansi tribe.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't I'm Native American from this tribe, but it's just like they're not doing anything or nothing's going on, and you worry how are you gonna get a percentage of nothing?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it just depends on. The misconception is Native American, all of a sudden, boom, you're getting a paycheck. That's such a misconception. It's funny. But anyways, moving on. I make my own money. I'm a hustler.
Yeah. Internet money. You heard that?
No.
Look into it.
Internet money?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Mine is for my graphic skills.
We're not getting paid for that, but yeah.
Oh.
But it's pretty cool. Yeah, the technology we have in this whole earth here in the grain is like everything we have is like only 100 years old, basically.
What?
All the technology we have
is less, or
is like 100 years or less. Like everything we got
is 100 years.
It's not like a cup, but like like this microphone. This is not. How old is microphone technology?
Oh, that's true.
Computers new, right? Yeah. Electrical. I mean, not basic mechanics.
I mean, it's what we got to look at.
LEDs.
And then there's all that other there's all the 10 years advancement that we don't get to see, like, through the government.
Well,
technology.
We'll say in the time span of humans, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever you might possibly find or believe, everything that we pretty much have is done in the last 100 years.
Oh yeah. I agree, and I remember seeing pictures of like all the different storage devices.
Yeah.
Starting from like that big computer that they use to basically figure out how to land on the moon, apparently.
Yeah.
That's what we've been told.
So they say. So I read in a book.
But I saw the pictures of that computer, and then the hard drive, the first hard drive, and then you know, all the different storage like devices all the way down to the USBs.
Yeah, it was like the size of a room with all these fucking spinny things. You know what I mean? Like, remember Weird Science? Anytime you needed a computer to go fast, what happened?
I don't know.
That's cool.
What'd you do?
I don't know, magic. Hey, don't mention Weird Science. Fuck, bro. Yeah.
That's where we draw the line.
Maybe we'll find out on video. Who knows? You know, fire will happen. But Weird Science. Every time you need to start a computer to make it go fast, you got that dial-up telephone, right? And you put it on something, and then it like, oh shit.
Oh, this when he starts playing the fiddle.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. When I was a kid, we were totally into to Weird Science. I fucking love it.
I love that movie. But I haven't seen it in a while. But I love that movie. Like back in the day, it was fucking awesome.
We'd get together, party, no underage drinking, and we'd watch Weird Science. You know, and we wouldn't do anything that was illegal.
And then she walked out of that room.
Fucking great. When I was a kid, I don't know if I've said this. My parents, they might not have made all the best choices, but they would go to Hawaii on the very first 2 weeks in February. My grandparents were really rich, so they would take them to Hawaii, and then I would stay home. So I've never been to Hawaii. Matter of fact, they come back, they would bring like these fucking shirts. It'd be like Hawaii. It always say the same. Hawaii, 84. You know, then Hawaii, 87. You know what I mean? And people would be like, hey, cool. Hawaii, you were there in 87? I'm like, no. Their shirt was. You're like, I'm not even as cool as this shirt. This shirt, you want to wear the shirt? Shirt's been around the world. It's been across the fucking ocean. Me, I was at home. But really, a little bit later, 87, 88, 89.
Wait, why didn't you go?
My parents were dicks.
I thought it was because you wanted to stay home and have parties.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Now that's what I'm leading to. But my parents were more like Karate Kid. You know that kid? The mom's all, okay, well, we're going to Cabo San Lucas. Be back in how many days? 4 months, 2 days, month, 2 days, month. Okay, be right back. Here's some money. You're gonna pay the rent. He's gonna pay the rent. Bye. You know. But my dad always had the lights on. There's always a bunch of food. But they would actually leave and they would say, okay, here's some money, boy. And then like I've cooked since I was like 10 years old. So they would leave me the money and I would just be home by myself for 2 weeks. You know.
Nice.
But
that
like
must
I said,
be nice.
when I hit 90.
See, I had to do that, but without the money.
Well, it wasn't that much money. It'd be like, here's $100, and then I remember Domino's Pizza at the time. You get a small pizza delivered for like $6.50, and then I can get a bag of Doritos.
And it was because my dad was locked up.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, so you were saying.
You have free belts and all that cool. You get your own license plate.
No, I got like those little handmade like necklaces and bracelets that he made from the color like stripes of socks. So they undid socks.
Oh, hell yeah.
The gym socks, and you know how they have red, yellow, green, or whatever the 3 stripes or the sports socks.
Bro.
So then that's what they would use to make those little dude, they were actually pretty cool. So it was very intricate little like sewn up type. Imagine those keychains remember those keychains?
Yeah,
that they used to
the weaving through.
the cross, yeah. But this is with like thread, and then so what they would do is they would take the socks and take that string out, and then they would have to spin the string to make more like a thread out of it.
Yeah.
It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. And then that's what he made these little bracelets and stuff with my name on it. It's crazy.
You know what's crazy is I've heard this before, and it makes you. I thought about it, and a couple things. Probably about 4 years ago, when candidates were running for election pre-Trump, they were talking about people who come out of prison should never lose the right to vote. Because when you lose your right to vote, that's what they try to do. So they were saying we need to be able to get the right to vote back. And I was like, what the hell, prisoners? And then I started looking into it, like, no, that totally makes sense. Like, what people need to do to be, back in society is to be considered a citizen once again and voting in your neighborhood. What's the worst? They're not voting for, can I molest my neighbor? And then everybody who got out of prison be like, yeah, who would have guessed? Molesting your neighbor is back in, So like stupid shit like that's never going to fucking happen. So them voting is not a bad idea. You know what I mean? But other than that, someone pointed out, like you just said, how many talented people are in prison? Rappers, boxers, artists, just taking your socks apart, making a keychain, super creative people. And these people are all locked up. There's amazing things that can come, but we don't give these people an opportunity. Books that are written. There's a lot of people who are just not giving the proper guidance at a younger age.
Well, I mean, take their rights away and they become property. And
then they become cheap labor, and that's what they want to do. They can charge 6 cents.
Yeah, they ask, how did the pyramids get built? How did they achieve such a feat?
Be nice to people?
No, slavery.
Did they call union?
No, they just basically
want ads.
Took people,
Craigslist,
and used them as machinery.
Like nicely.
No.
Hey, Dave, can you come over here and grab this rock for me?
No.
Sure, I got the day off.
All these Daves. Yes.
Yeah.
What about all the Richards?
Yeah, Richards too. Hey, Chad. Nah, bro. Okay, not Chad. Anybody else? Steve? I'm hanging out with Chad. Fuck! Steve and Chad's not hanging out with us. Okay. But, so on the serious tip, I think, I don't know about these fires, but I know fires previously, they would get people from prison and then they'd have them go fight the fires for 26 cents or $1.06. Just doesn't matter. If they're out there putting their life out there, they should earn some kind of regular wage. They're going to put them back in prison. You know what I mean? So, like, you're doing something hard, pay them the money. You know what I mean? Don't slave labor these people out.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to die for, they're out there in a week. They're busting their ass for a week, say 10 hours a day. And then day 7, something bad happens. They die. They get the check. It's like, sweet, $37. They put all the effort into saving us because obviously $37, even though if you're in prison, might be a little bit of money. It's not the greatest amount of cash, whatever they might be being paid.
So this whole firefighting thing is voluntary, though, right?
That's my point. You hear that? So I don't know if it's 100% voluntary, but even if it is voluntarily, they aren't making that much money. So the voluntary part comes from what? It's not greed. It's not about profit. So it's about doing the right thing. You know what I mean? So these people are out there doing the right thing, but they're not making any fucking money because they're treating them like slave labor due to these laws that are passed, starting with Proposition 20. Vote no on Proposition 20. Every little law they keep passing. They want to get rid of Uber drivers.
They want to get rid of Uber drivers? Why would they want to get rid of... Well, it's already hard to try to find an Uber driver.
No one's in town. Yeah, no. I've driven a couple times for Lyft, for fun, for jokes, for money, for... just in case I'm like, hey, I haven't got a cold yet. Maybe I go pick up random people and drive them around. So, I think everything was really cool. I think one time I said I had a drunk person of the shield, and then he got kind of mouthy with me, and I was like, yeah, have a good day. It's very nice to him, and
so and he was a retired, like,
I think he's either retired or current.
Really?
Yeah, and him and his wife and his wife's friend were kind of intoxicated, but they tipped me very well. So, nice. I've always had very good interactions with the police. When I was a kid, I had a cop. We were playing football in the street, and we were playing back and forth. I was probably like 10, and all of a sudden Clovis PD rolls up. Woo, woo, woo. That was him. He actually didn't even have a car or anything. He just walked up and said, woo, woo, woo. But he drove up and he got out. He's like, hey. And it was like, what was that movie? Boys in the Hood. Remember Boys in the Hood when they're little kids, and they had their cat. Little Chris has his football, and they're walking around. Then they meet the real gangsters. And then so the cop rolls up, and he's all, "Let me see the ball, little Chris." I'm like, okay. Threw the ball. He's like, go deep, But he actually threw the ball back to us, you know. We played catch, and he played football with us a little bit, and then we're like, oh, sweet, we're not getting a ticket. Awesome, this is amazing. Then he left.
Why would you be getting a ticket?
We were 10. We didn't know anything.
I was like, wow.
Isn't
that funny?
I just watch TV, you know. I'm 10 years old. Duke's a hazard. Whenever the fucking cops roll up, you're in trouble, right? Duke boys, they're not friend with the police officers. The only good police officer I knew back in the day was Rockford Files. You know, even Rambo. Who was his enemy?
Police.
The police officer. So I didn't know any better. The police rolls up. I'm like, oh shit. They're going to kick me out of this town because they don't like my town. You know, Reuben, get over here. You know, what are you doing here? I'm just live down the street right now. I'm visiting a friend. You know, we don't like your kind down here, Reuben. Here, let me give you a ride. You know, take me fucking down the street. You never know. It could happen.
You're so fucking silly.
Remember back in the day, though, cassette or video rental places.
Yeah,
Dude.
like Blockbuster.
Not just Blockbuster.
Like
Blockbuster was amazing, but like just before like Blockbuster was like really big, there was always like
like some mom and pop ones.
And they always had the posters. And when I was a kid, skateboarding was big. Tony Hawk.
Yeah, but you gotta also remember like our upbringings were different. You know, you were more on the Clovis side.
I was at Clovis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd ride our skateboards. I never had a new skateboard. It was always like somehow I figured out if I sell this or sell that and I sell my bike and I can get a skateboard instead of riding a bike. Anyways, we'd ride skateboards around Clovis. We had like a route. You know, it was like, you know, video rental place here, go to JJ Newberry's, go to Vaughn's, go to KFC. Never buy anything. We don't have any money. I'm broke as shit. I didn't see money ever until I made my own money. I mean, but
so you guys just hung out?
We didn't do nothing. I didn't have no money. You know what I mean, but we go to the video rental place and had posters, and it would be like, an old movie like Weird Science or something with Don Knotts, and you say, hey, can I put my name on it? And I get the movie poster if nobody claims it. And sure enough, at the end of rotation, a new movie come out, they would give us the posters. I had all kinds of
cool.
weird off posters. Never like a really cool one because someone's getting Gremlins, not me. You know what I mean? Or even the big cardboard ones.
Yeah, I was wondering how people got that stuff.
We were there every fucking day, bugging the shit out of them.
Like, hey, what's up? What's up?
Yeah,
they're not gonna want to keep it. They got so much shit that they. Yeah, no, that's cool. Like I remember, in fact, it's here in Tower. Walking down this. I mean, if you go down one of these streets, I think it's might even be Floridora. I'm not sure, but if you go down towards Blackstone, there is a house and they have a cutout like Captain Kirk peeking out the window.
Oh hell yeah!
I remember before I had my car. Am I dropping stuff? Before I had my car, I'd bike it a lot, and basically I remember going down that street and seeing the cutouts and then wondering, man, that'd be cool to have but that was before I knew I could do foam core printing. Yeah. But anyways, moving along.
He's keeping I
always went back when I was younger. I remember
it was cool back in the day.
Yeah, I was like, how do you get those?
Now every kid can get a fat head if they wanted to.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I said back in the day it was big to me. They even had a box because they couldn't put up every poster from every movie, right? And there's so many crappy movies out there, but every movie that they came with like 4 videos, and then they came out with a couple posters. They want to advertise. They want their stuff rented. Every time it gets rented, that person gets money. So you can go through the poster box and get one for free. Like shitload.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't know how to get them because then I'd have a bunch of them, and then I don't know.
Hold on to crap.
Yeah,
that's what I did too. Found those are free.
My mom was a hoarder, and I didn't want to be a hoarder, and then she's good now, but she was bad for a little bit, and not like TV show bad, but just where it's like, why do you need all this shit, But I ended up getting rid of a bunch of stuff just because I didn't want you end up collecting a bunch of shit, but what I don't get rid of his digital files. I have a shit ton of digital files.
Yeah.
So I'm a digital hoarder.
Digital horror.
Yeah, it looks cleaner.
Yeah. No, for sure. My grandma, she was the same way. She lived in San Pablo, and they had a really, really, really old house. And back in the day, like rolling cigarettes, it was just like Marlboro Miles, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So she smoked like a madman, and then would buy everything in the magazine. So, and then every time she got a new toaster, they kept the old toaster. They had 15 toasters, and then they started keeping jars of shit. Like, so we finally, when she got old, we had to move her from San Pablo to Clovis. We had to sell her house. We're moving shit. She had 20 toasters, 20 of everything. She had rooms packed up to the ceiling of little pieces of material, just crap. And literally, there was lots of crap, physical poop. Yeah, gin, and then also my grandfather was an alcoholic, so gin bottles everywhere. It was most of the stuff we had to throw away because it was just cat poop. It was disgusting. But she was a complete hoarder, and then at the time, she couldn't let go of anything. 75 things of paint, like you have these paint jugs, but they're 40 years old. So
yeah, see, that's more right there on the severe part of hoarding. I'm just talking about like gathering a bunch of stuff like you said, toasters.
Yeah.
But even to the point where they're in the boxes, not even open. They're just.
Well, she couldn't let go. They got in a fight as we were trying to move her. My grandma, my mom were interfacing. My mom said, "Look, we're not taking any of your toasters. You only need one toaster, and it's probably not that because we're moving you to town. We're selling your house. We're buying you all new shit. This is an old ass toaster, and it has rat poop in it." So they're fucking fighting, and then my grandma slaps my mom, and my mom slaps my fucking grandma.
Wow.
Yeah, and my mom at the time was probably 62, and my grandma I think was 84, like old as fuck. So it was like, I'm like, damn! And then my grandma, so she gets slapped, she goes like, yeah,
oh my
cries.
God.
I'm like, oh shit. My mom's like, get in the car. We're throwing this shit away. Oh God! And then she gets in the car.
My God.
And that was the fucking, but that was like the hoarding moment. I guess on the show, I don't know if you've seen the show. I guess they slap them too, and that's when it comes through on the hoarding shows. You're like, hey, you can't keep your shit. And then, boom! And they're like, okay, you can sell my shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, you have to slap me?
I don't know, but I watched it happen, and then my grandma came to fucking. And the funny thing is, and I was like 22 years old, 23 years old, 24. I can't remember how old I was, but because of the magazine thing, she had like 17 different stereo setups because you would have you remember back in the day the cassette, the 5-disc stereos, and then even had the record players, the tons of them, and then the box speakers. So I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna take some of this speaker shit home. She can only take some instead of throwing it all away. I'm gonna take it home. Maybe I can use it. So I filled up my car with a bunch of shit, and instead of throwing some of these speakers away, I kept some and put it in my car. The trip from San Pablo to Clovis, I had a fucking allergy attack because of all the cat piss and cat shit. The windows were blowing down. I'm like, the fucking window around. By the time I got there, I got my shit, I got all of it, and I threw it right in the trash. I'm like, what the fuck did I even bring that home for? All I did was get sick, and now my car smelled like cat piss. You know what I mean? So I started, and that's like kind of be seeing that, and my mom does. My mom hoards too. My mom hoards material, and she's an addict, so she get into something. She loves painting fingernails, whatever it is. She'll buy a million of it, and she never gets rid of it. So seeing that, I am kind of a minimalist.
Minimalist.
I mean?
Yeah,
I buy away very few things. I don't collect anything.
That's what I've been trying to do, is be minimalist. Like, we don't really need a 1,000 forks, because then if you have 1,000 forks, then if you don't clean it right away, then you end up using another one, and then another one, and then another one. And pretty soon now, instead of just cleaning one fork and reusing it, in order to use a fork, now you have to clean all these other ones.
Yeah. No.
So yeah.
Exactly.
Minimalist.
Also, like, you got to move. You know what I mean? I don't like moving. But you got to move. I don't want to move a bunch of shit. I'm like, no, guess what? Throw that away. We'll buy new. All right, just fuck that.
Yeah, moving shit sucks, especially when you're a big person and or have a huge vehicle.
Oh, fuck that.
It's like you're the first person they call and they're like, hey, I need to move some shit, and I thought of you.
It's like being an electrician.
Lucky you.
Yeah, you know, I'm all narcissistic, and I'll do something cool at work because I'm a union electrician, so I'll do some cool electrical stuff and big things, and I'm like posting up next to it, you know, the wires behind me, like just some big time electrical work, woohoo, you know. You know, a month later, you know, direct message, hey Reuben, long time no see, how's it going? So I got an electrical problem at my house. Like, fuck, you know, like, I don't have any fucking tools. Like, and I'm like, let me go check it out. And then, like, you know, what's the charge? And, you know how much we charge. It's not cheap. You know, I'm a professional. So either I'm going to charge you some real prices, or I'm like, just fucking whatever for free. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, my God.
So I don't bring my tools home. I mean, I don't have tools. I can't do that task.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I see
You
it.
find out what you can do.
Yeah.
Try to get you to do some shit.
Yeah. But that's for another time.
That's for another time. Another interest. But like I was saying, Samuel Hayek, super hot. Social dilemma, super scary.
Did you say sausage dilemma?
Sausage dilemma, not as scary.
What sausage dilemma?
There's no sausage dilemma. There's too many sausages. Well, there might be too many sausages.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Sorry.
That's okay. You know, we get this over here. I'll move all this fucking stuff here. Well, you know, a couple things we need to talk about.
Oh, we weren't talking about stuff already? I figure we covered a lot.
We did cover a lot. You know, we got to tell people to subscribe. Look us up on YouTube. Right?
Yeah, you know, about that, I should probably get on that right away. Yeah. I mean, we still have black6redmedia.com, and of course, but we definitely need to start, like,
more promotion. Need people to help out. Need to share.
Well, at least, like, centralize it.
Yeah, we've been, I don't know if you guys seen all the improvements we've been making. We've been, we're putting up new lighting, new painted the whole place.
Click here.
Yeah. But we have people in Anchorage, Alaska. I want to talk to people, our fans, people who are listening. Anchorage, Alaska, Norton Shores, Michigan. Shout out to Michigan.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Getting around.
Ashburn, Virginia. Ashburn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Virginia. Virginia's a beautiful place. Broadman, Oregon. Shout out to Oregon. Hope everything in Oregon's safe. The fires, beautiful place. We love Oregon. Washington, Virginia. Oh, here, you're going to love this one. Ready? Clichy, Lidi, France. We've got a bunch of people in France listening.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, so make sure we give a shout out to the people in France. Yeah, Anchorage, Alaska. We appreciate you listening. We track everything. You know, there's thousands of people listening. Keep on sharing and liking. black6media.com for your t-shirts. I don't know if you've checked it out. Next week, right here, Modern Day Warrior. We're going to start coming out with our t-shirts. We're going to start selling those bad boys also. We got the Epstein Did Not Kill Himself t-shirts. Can I make sure you check this?
6 Red Media.
Black 6 Red Media. You know, we got to make sure that we all out there in our community helping out, pitching in. We appreciate everybody who is listening. We appreciate fans, haters, ex-girlfriends who might somehow AI technology has forced you to come listen to our show. We greatly appreciate everybody. You know, everybody's a fan. We turn nobody away, I guess I'd have to say.
This is the pot. where you can flow on the music, cause it's over. Yo, letting it go, off the dome. Here we go, had a good show, had some fun. This is how we go, man, let it run. Yo, my name is Dr. Claw. Yo, my name is Dr. Claw with the fucking crazy flow. Got that crazy beat, I'm overflow, maybe slow, I don't know. I'm letting go. Here we go, Reuben, it's your turn.
It's my time, number 9. We're online, we're defiant. We don't care what you say, just say it anyway. Haters and fans, send them now. We like to share it down to town. We don't care what's going down. Check us out on YouTube. We need all of you to do what you do.
Media.
Instagram,
Media.
appreciate it. Instagram, you appreciate it. YouTube, get on the mic. Get out there, do what you like.
Yeah. I love it, yeah. I fucking dig it, yo. Thanks for listening to the show.